Good afternoon. My name is Rodney Glover. I'm the candidate for governor for Florida. I never get tired of telling you the same thing over and over and over again. What I get tired of is citizens that don't have access to say that you lied to me. Citizens, you can be influenced. A person can come out and say the same thing over and over and over again. And that's all you hear them say. And you're saying that's exactly what I'm looking for. Then when they get in office, they do not do what they say. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Most people don't want to sit with you were tricked. But when you have been tricked, what can you do about it? In your day-to-day lives, you can distance yourselves from them. But in the political world, you cannot distance yourself from these representatives who do not represent you. So I do not get tired of telling you that we don't have access to hold these people accountable. I do get tired of citizens saying that's my representative and trying to say, well, I know they did some bad things, but here are some of the good things they did. Listen, I don't want to pick the worst evil here. I want to give democracy an opportunity to be able to roll out the evil. If we keep having the conversation that one party is better than the other, then where will that go if we're never going to get rid of either party? If we're going to stick with both parties, that argument's never going to go anywhere. Citizens, you having control or having more say so in the things that affect your life has to matter to you. No matter how many times I say it, it's going to have to matter to you. If your candidate is telling you that they are going to do something for you, the how can you help on the legislation needs to matter to you. You're not helping on the legislation by just believing in it. When they put amendments on the ballot, we get to vote directly on those amendments. When you want something to happen that's going to affect 51%, matter of fact, it's going to affect 100% of Floridians because the decision is going to weigh on all of us, then you should have a say so. That's why this is important. That's why I will not break away from telling you that you need to be in charge of your future. My campaign gives you that by way of a constitutional amendment. It is time for us to take that serious. And it will take time for more citizens to get involved. This is not something that I've ever told you is going to be a quick fix, but it is a necessary step to attack all things that you have a problem with. It gives you access to so many citizens who think like you, so that when you turn on your TV, you're not concerned anymore about the 120 representatives making a decision for you that does not align with what you are currently dealing with. I'm just asking you to put me on the ballot. If I don't get put on the ballot by citizens, I'm just going to ask you to learn to spell my name so you can write me in when you go to the ballot. They had a candidate that I guess he would have done really well. His name was Matt Taylor. But online, his persona was that guy, Matt the Welder. No one knew his name. So a lot of people didn't vote for him that maybe had wanted to because they didn't help build him, because he didn't use who he was. So he legally changed his name to Matt the Welder. And when you go look at your ballot, that's who you're going to see. My name's Rodney Glover. I stand before you. Well, I'm sitting, but I'm coming before you, Rodney Glover. Who you choose to tell other people about, who you choose to support matters. If you're not supporting getting your self-control to solve your own problems, if there are people around you who are suffering the exact same thing you are, that's building your leverage when it's time to vote. If everybody is saying that things are getting too high and we need to put resources towards helping Floridians manage this, that's it. You've just got all the necessary support you need. And we're just going to submit the bills because that's what's supposed to happen. That's what these representatives are supposed to be doing. Well, that's what they will be doing. Because right now, what they're supposed to be doing is exactly what they are doing. They're getting in office and they're no longer accountable to you. I do not care how many people tell you, pick up the phone and call your representative. It doesn't mean that they're going to vote the way you want them to. So you better start deciding to have a seat at this table for yourself. This democratic means to give you that level of democratic democracy is very important. I'm not going to hold my words or try to get something down to 3 minutes anymore, because sometimes you need the whole conversation. I have given so much information and people still tell me to this day, I don't understand how that's going to help me. If you can do something for yourself that you know could help you, but the only thing you're missing is the access to do so, then do it. But there are no kings. There are no kings. There are no unilateral decision makers when it comes to things that affect you. I will not make decisions when I know that the entire state is not behind it. I want to do what the majority. If the majority wants something that I don't want, I want my no to not stop anything. I want my yes to not stop anything. That's governance. That's governing. That's putting in a structure that does not allow any person or persons that are not in the majority to make a decision for millions of people that may negatively impact the millions of people. That's structure. That's leadership. Even if I know what I'm saying is right, it's my job to provide you where I found it at and how it correlates to what I'm talking about. And if you go to Glover2026.com, you can see every bit of that. You can go and pull up any piece of research that I have done, and you will see exactly how my structure will help you out. All you have to do is decide to have more electoral control over all elected officials. That's it. I'm just asking you to make sure that all elected officials are accountable to you. And I hope you come to that conclusion, that before I ask for anything else, I need to lay the foundation that every elected official is accountable to me. Thank you very much. You guys have a great afternoon.